Welcome to the 255, where we make business easy. If you ever felt overwhelmed by the complexity of running your business or unsure about the right steps to grow profitably, then you're in the right place. I'm Arnold Shields, and I specialize in breaking down complex business challenges into simple, actionable steps that anyone can understand and implement. In this podcast series, we'll talk about a powerful framework I've developed called the 255. It's about two fundamentals, 5 multipliers, and 5 foundation stones that form the blueprint for building a thriving and sustainable business. Whether you're just starting out or running an established company, this framework gives you the tools to make smarter decisions, increase profitability, and unlock the full potential of your business. Why listen to the 255? Because running a business shouldn't feel overwhelming. My mission is to make even the most complicated aspects of business easy to grasp and practical to apply. From understanding cash flow to leveraging the growth multipliers, I'll share strategies and insights to help you take control of your business and build long-term value. In our previous episodes, we tackled 2 of the 5 multipliers in the 255 framework, leads and conversion rate. And now we're going to talk about the third multiplier, which is average dollar sale. Average dollar sale is one of the most powerful revenue drivers in your business. It's a simple metric with massive impact. It's calculated simply by total revenue divided by the net number of transactions. And whether you call it average transaction value or average order value, average dollar sale shows how much customers are spending on each purchase, and optimizing it is one of the smartest ways to grow your revenue without needing more customers. The first component of average dollar sale is the price that you charge, and that has a massive impact on your contribution margin. Decreasing your price has effect on 2 multipliers, is decreasing your average dollar sale and decreasing your contribution margin. I believe that decreasing your price should be the last area that you try. It's too easy to get more sales by offering a discount, but price can hide a poor offer or conversion rate. A cheap price can distort your lead generation strategies. Are you getting more leads because you are the cheapest? Being the cheapest is a very expensive strategy to employ from a cash flow and risk perspective. Coming back to those 2 principles, cash flow and risk. It needs more capital or cash to fund more inventory. And risk, if something goes wrong, you're very exposed in terms of excess inventory or just not having enough margin to ride through the problems. People focus on sales as their prime metric, but that causes problems. An example, if your contribution margin or gross profit rate is 30% and you discount your price by 10%, then you need to sell 50% more to achieve the same level of profit. If you discount by 20%, you need to sell 3 times more to achieve the same level of profit. That means having 3 times more inventory that you have to fund. Your focus should not be on how you can discount or reduce your price, but how you can increase your price. If you have an excellent source of high quality leads or an unbeatable sales offer, then you can increase your price. In very few businesses do you need to be the cheapest. The market leader is selling the most volume. You need to be the most profitable, developing a market or niche that delivers you the highest profits. Increasing average dollar sale means you're making more money from the same customers, maximizing the value for every transaction. The average dollar sale reflects 2 things, the price you charge and the value you add through upselling, cross-selling, and bundling. Think about it this way, it's the total revenue generated per transaction. For an e-commerce business, it's total sales divided by the units sold. And for a service business, it's total sales divided by the number of invoices issued. The formula is simple, but the opportunities are huge. Increasing average dollar sale doesn't just boost revenue, it enhances profitability by getting more out of your existing customer base. And when you combine average dollar sale with leads and your conversion rate, you get total revenue. Here's the equation. So leads times conversion rate times the average sale equals total revenue. Remember, we're talking about small increases in each of the multipliers to get exponential growth. And so if you can increase some of these just by small amounts, increasing your price by a small amount or offering more by just a small amount, you're increasing your profitability and the growth of your business. So how do you increase average dollar sale? Well, first one, and the easiest, is increase your prices. This produces the biggest impact, both to your profits and your cash flow. Now, you'll probably say that your sales are going to fall if I increase my prices. Yes, but your profits and cash flow will increase and offset the decrease in top line sales. Remember, a discount of 20% requires 3 times more sales to deliver the same level of profit. Remember, someone is always prepared to spend more if it delivers what they want or need. If your value proposition is strong enough, you'll be able to charge higher prices. And from that, higher profitability, more cash flow, and lower risk. So the second way we can increase our average dollar sale is upselling. Now, upselling is about encouraging customers to choose a higher price option or add more premium features. Sometimes these premium features don't actually have to cost very much, especially if you're delivering services. Think about buying a car and the salesperson suggests upgrading to the next model up, which has got perhaps leather seats or a sunroof. The same principle applies across all industries, emphasizing value, and customers will spend more. You quite often see 3 options, a high, middle, and low. The most common choice is the middle one. The best-selling wine in a restaurant is not the cheapest, but it's the next most expensive. Cross-selling, it's offering complementary products. The classic example is, would you like fries with that? It works in the industry. If someone buys a laptop, then you offer them a mouse or a software package. You're adding value to their purchase while increasing their average dollar sale. Product bundling, combining related items into one package at a discounted price. For example, a skincare brand might bundle a cleanser, a toner, and a moisturizer. Customers see the bundle as a deal, and you increase the transaction value, and you make savings in terms of the cost of leads and the cost of conversions, which should discount any discount offered, so that your discount they're offering for the bundle may be equal to your cost of acquisition of that customer. Volume discounts, encouraging larger purchases with incentives like buy 3, get 1 free. This works especially well in retail and subscription services. Customers feel like they're getting more value and you boost your revenue. Again, the trick is offering the volume discounts so that's cut with a price discount that's equal to the savings you're going to make in lead generation, advertising, and savings in your contribution margin like shipping and handling. Loyalty programs reward repeat customers for spending more, offer points, discounts, or exclusive perks based on their spending. Again, the loyalty program doesn't just increase average dollar sale, it builds long-term relationships. Again, where you're making the savings to offer those discounts, etc., is in the cost of acquisition of that customer. In a lot of cases, it might be as simple as your PPC cost. Personalization, personalized recommendations, whether online or in store, are game changers. You can charge more for personalization. If the customer feels like they like your suggestions that's tailored to their needs, they're more likely to add items to their cart. Invest in tools and training that help you make smarter recommendations for people. Enhance the shopping experience. A seamless shopping experience makes a huge difference. Whether it's easy to navigate website, a faster checkout, or clear product information, a positive experience keeps customers engaged and spending more. So let's break down the impact of average dollar sale example. Imagine a retail store generates $100,000 in revenue from 2,000 transactions, so an average dollar sale of $50. By implementing strategies like bundling and upselling, they increase average dollar sale to $70. That's a 40% improvement, bringing the revenue to $140,000 without adding a new customer. Improving your average dollar sale is one of the smartest ways to drive growth. By upselling and cross-selling and bundling and offering discounts, or simply offering a better shopping experience, you can generate more revenue with less effort. It's not just about immediate sales. These strategies help build stronger customer relationships and build loyalty and set up your business for long-term success. So let's just go a bit off here, and we're going to talk about price theory And it's a core concept in economics that helps us understand how prices are set and how they influence just about everything in the market, from resource allocation to consumer behavior. If you ever wondered why prices fluctuate or how business decides what to charge, price theory holds the answers. At its heart, price theory revolves around supply and demand, the forces that drive markets. So supply is what producers are willing to offer at various price points. If prices go up, supply usually increases because producers want to capitalize on the higher profits. Demand is what consumers want to buy at different prices. As prices rise, demand tends to fall because either people can't afford the product or don't see it's worth the cost. These forces meet in an equilibrium price and the sweet spot where supply matches demand. But you've got to remember, it's not just one price. Within that, you'll have different groups of consumers who are prepared to buy at different prices. So price elasticity. So it's how sensitive supply and demand is to price changes. So what you've got is, for prices with an elastic demand, a small price increase can cause demand to drop significantly. So we're thinking things like sugar and coal, where there's plenty of alternatives and everything's the same. So in those instances, we don't want to be selling a product that's got price elasticity. What we're looking for is products with inelastic demand, which means people keep on buying it if prices rise, like life-saving medication or basic utilities. But it's the same principles. It's things that people want. And if you can get a product that people are prepared to pay more for, then that's the products you should be, or services that you should be focusing on. So I'm going to talk about some pricing strategies now, which some of them aren't going to be really applicable to every type of business. So we've got the first one, which I like. And for most small businesses, this is really where you're looking at. It's the premium pricing. This is about setting a high price as the defining benefit of your product. It's a strategy that says, my product is exclusive, high quality, and worth the price. Think luxury brands like Bose and Apple, but it applies to every single category as well. And it really works well if you've got this superior quality or unique value that justifies the higher price. Remember, it is that perception of higher value. The next one we've got is penetration pricing. Now, this is where you set prices artificially low to quickly gain market share. This is particularly effective in launching a new product, particularly in Amazon businesses. I don't think that it applies that well. This was the traditional way to launch a product on Amazon marketplaces. You'd go in low, you'd get at a low price, you would get lots of sales, you would start to rank, and then you'd be on the top ranking products, and then you could increase your price. It doesn't actually work these days to the same level because there's so many Chinese competitors who are prepared to sell at a lower price than you. But basically the principle is you build this solid customer base, you've collected the reviews, and then you start raising your price. Launch slow, get traction, and then increase. I don't recommend this for small businesses. They just don't have enough capital to fund the losses that result from having these low prices and having to fund the extra inventory to get the level of sales that they need. As an example on discounting and pricing, Woolworths and Coles, the two big supermarket chains in Australia, engaged in a price war for market share. It cost them each $1 billion in lost profits, and before they called it quits. Economy pricing, this is it's like no frills pricing, where the margins are razor thin, marketing costs are minimal, and the focus is on high volume and low overhead. Again, this is not for most people. It's all about volume, and there's such a high degree of risk with it. You have to be really, really efficient to run this type of business, and it's really efficient across in your entire business. You have to have really efficient marketing systems and really efficient supply chains. The issue is it's highly risky in terms of something goes wrong and there's problems with that inefficiency, and any errors or mistakes that you make get multiplied very quickly, and it ends up kind of fatal in the way. Then there's price skimming, which is ideal for innovative or unique products. You start with a high price to maximize profits while your product is hot and competitors are scarce. And over time, as competitors enter the market, you lower the price. It's a bit risky, especially in markets like Amazon, where you have basically perfect information and everyone can see how much you're selling, and then you can it's very easy for people to copy you. Then the object is you then start decreasing your price and staying competitive while maintaining your market share. You can do that if you're no longer if Amazon is no longer isn't your prime market, if you've got Shopify or other services, but using that strategy in Amazon is really quite risky because of the perfect information. So that's kind of a bit of a rundown on average dollar sale. We'll come back to it because discounting is so important, and it's a common problem that we see with kind of all businesses, and it is pushed on them by marketplaces like Amazon. Offer this discount. You've got to give the cheapest price, and sometimes that's not really in your benefit. So what we're looking to do is increase that average dollar sale by things like product bundling, by virtual bundles, by cross-selling and upselling. It's about maximizing that value. And if you do want to offer discounts, it's then understanding what that cost of leads is and what the cost of conversions is and your cost of shipping and handling. And if you are discounting, the discount shouldn't be any more than the savings you're making. The beauty of average dollar sale is you don't have to chase more customers. You can grow your revenue by delivering greater value to the ones you've already had. And that's going to be particularly, it's a bit harder to do in product-based businesses, but in service-based businesses, it's something that's very easy to add on. You've got this extra level of service. It doesn't matter what type of business you've got, whether you're a plumber, you're a landscaper, anything, there is an extra level of service you can get where you can use these existing customers. And remember, we're talking about just small increases. We don't have to have anything that's massive. We just have to have small increases applied all the time. If you've enjoyed today's episode, make sure to subscribe on Shopify or Apple Podcast or YouTube so you don't miss out on upcoming episodes. If you've got any questions or topics you'd like me to cover, reach out to me on LinkedIn, Arnold Shields. I'd love to hear from you. Include your questions on future discussions and episodes. Once again, I'm Arnold Shields. This is the 255. Thanks for listening and see you next time.